we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign of what's going to happen to these other.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory. They show you how the world really works. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. And then also, those who are shopping at both stores, much love to you. Now, of course, guys, we're going to get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. We see Bitcoin has been stable and it has broken off from the actual S&P. So guys, if we don't start moving up, because we see the actual altcoins moving up, that's what took away from the actual Bitcoin dominance, as we saw Xrp move up, Cardano move up, all these altcoins moving up, but Bitcoin is staying stable. We also see the volume coming down. So guys, if Bitcoin does not make a move, we know altcoins are going to drop, and then also Bitcoin is going to drop. So we understand, as we notice, the markets move together. Bitcoin moves up, altcoins follow. Bitcoin moves down, altcoins follow. Has not changed. Make sure you are staying focused on the actual indicator. Like I stated, we see volume moving down. We have Tether. Make sure you're actually looking at Tether. I went over this yesterday. When we stayed at 24 billion for 16 days, the markets didn't move. As soon as they started pumping Tether again, that's when we started to see the move, guys. We can clearly see it. It's all based on manipulation by the Fed. Also, guys, we have USDC. Make sure you keep an eye on that. And guys, all the news and fuss around Ripple and Xrp, the SEC banning it off the U.S. exchanges, we saw XRP move down on the news, but never moving extremely lower as XRP was moved off of the United States exchanges. So you clearly know this was a fake out. That's all it was. So guys, make sure you understand that XRP and Ripple is a part of the central banks. Y'all know I'm not a favor of Ripple or XRP, but I made sure you understood the fact is that Ripple and XRP is not going anywhere. And that's why I kept you up to date on those videos. And as we can see, XRP hasn't went anywhere. Now, like I stated, guys, we're going to have a turbulent 2 weeks. We have back on the 18th, so this week coming up. Then also we have Ethereum futures and we have Bitcoin futures. So we know that the market is going to take big swings over the next 2 weeks. So we have to make sure we're keeping our eyes on the manipulation, especially with Grayscale, especially with the news that comes out. So guys, we know that anytime we hit the CME Futures, we take a dip unless we see manipulation. Plain and simple. And also make sure you're keeping an eye on the actual stable coins. That's going to let us know which way the market is headed. But definitely, guys, we saw Grayscale, Guggenheim. We've seen all the manipulation going on. And we know when these contracts expire, they cash out. They don't actually get the physical Ethereum or Bitcoin, but they can move those contracts to the following months. But like I stated, we're going to keep our eye on that. But we definitely should have some big swings. Now, getting into the Fed, guys, remember the Fed starting Monday is going to daily. So we're going to see the daily pump that they're going to be doing. Of course, I'm going to bring that to you. I think they normally put it out at 8 a.m. So I may have to do my videos a little earlier. This is therefore you can see which way the market is going. And what I'm about to talk about, I'm going to get into more detail on my stock channel, but I just want to go over this. Now, the Fed is going to do a stress test on the ability for the largest banks to see whether they can handle a recession. Unemployment above 10%. Guys, we know unemployment is probably about 30%, but going off the Fed, they say unemployment at 10%. The commercial real estate, we know that's over. Also, corporate debt markets, and then a 55% decline in equity prices. So, guys, we already know that's going to happen anyway. So what they're doing, we know what the Fed does. They don't lie to us. When they say they're doing a stress test, that means that's what's coming on down the line. We understand this. Now they're saying that's next year in the third quarter. That's what they see. But guys, we definitely know it's coming. Like I stated, we'll get a little correction this quarter. We always get a correction first quarter. At the end of the year, we're definitely going to take a big hit at the end of this year. Not next year, third quarter. This year, guys, we're going to take a hit, and then plus it's going to get even worse going into 2022. That's the reason why crypto's blockchain is so important to the actual economy, because that's going to allow to stabilize inflation, because you're not really moving anything. It's fake money being moved like the speed of lightning. That's all it is. And I had Brian Brooks actually say that out of his own mouth. That's why I'm glad I caught that clip that I played in one of my other videos, stating that when it comes to the foreign exchange, you don't have to worry about that because the money's really not moving. So we all know the manipulation that they have going on. Guys, we have to make sure that we actually are keeping up with it. But that stress test is going to be very important. It's like I said, I'm going to go over more on my stock channel. But I just want to make sure we understand that. When the actual stock market takes an actual big hit, we know cryptos are going to take a big hit. Why? Because the Fed is using both. Now, getting over into why this is so important, we have to understand the Fed is pumping all this money into actual stocks and cryptos to do what, guys? To clean the money. Plain and simple. You know, I know some people understand that, some people don't. If you're pumping all this money, guys, this money out of thin air, you have to give it value. How do you give it value? You're pumping it into these stocks. You're pumping it into these cryptos. So therefore, what's going to happen? People are going to run in with real money that they worked and circulated through the economy. So I work for this money. So this money has real value. I'm putting it in. Now the Fed is going to take out that money that they put in and put it to work for the fourth industrial revolution. So right now, guys, we have brick and mortar banks. Now we see all these banks are creating custody banks. Where do you see all the drug dealing, money laundering, everything? They do it through the actual banks. Same way when it comes to these custody cryptos. It's going to be set up the same way. They get money off of fees. Why do you think all these banks are setting up custody? It's the same thing if you're brick and mortar. You're brick and mortar, you're putting your money in a bank, they hold it, and they charge fees. It's the same system. It's no difference. Remember, Bitcoin was supposed to get rid of the banks. The central banks took over Bitcoin, and you have people on Twitter hyping this up. That was totally against it. We're in the same exact system. It's just worse. No privacy, and also control of what you'll be able to buy and sell, guys. Plain and simple, over the whole globe. So it's evil genius. But I definitely want to make sure that we all understand this and where this is going. This is not a good thing. Bitcoin peer-to-peer transaction where there's no bank, there's no third party in between, that's some of the greatest technology ever existed. But guys, you know the banks were going to push back. That's why it was up to the people to push back. If you go on Twitter, Facebook, all the social media, you hear no talk of what Bitcoin was supposed to do. Because what happens? People get blinded by money. And most of these crypto accounts, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, are government-ran accounts. You have to understand that, guys. This is bigger. Some people don't want to get deep, but it gets real deep. I can look at an account and tell whether it's a government account. I can look at an account and tell just by the statements that are made. So guys, you got to understand the New World Order has money, and they can pay people big money to actually move you along in the direction where they want you to go. It's always been like that. But for those of us who want to know the truth, I give you the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. Now, guys, getting over into the actual crypto news. Now, of course, again, another bank. We have Deutsche Bank having plans to do what? Custody. So, guys, all these banks just happen to want to do custody. Come on, guys, it's the same system. Now, we have Bitpay integration brings crypto payments to Apple Pay's 380 million users. And like I stated, guys, 2021 is going to be laying down the foundation for these cryptos. There still is no type of protection for the regular consumer. Not one bit. So, guys, you're going to see the Hegelian dialectic pushing back and forth, but you'll see the New World Order plan move forward. But still, guys, there's no custody for the regular consumer and no proper education either. Same way our current system is. If you actually learn the system, you'll be smart enough to take advantage of it. They don't want that. And guys, don't forget when it comes to DeFi. Brian Brooks stated DeFi is the new banking. And we see all these DeFi products making new highs. Compound, we see stable coins being integrated. Algorand. These DeFi projects have been hitting new highs. But like I stated, reality is definitely going to hit the market. But guys, sit back and look at the actual ecosystem that they're building. So then therefore you can see the 1% of the tokens that actually are making it. If you sit back and look at 2017, you come to 2021, you actually see what they're trying to do. And the best way to break it down, guys, as far as an investment, I'm not your financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Please do your own research. But guys, you have your payment tokens, you have your utility tokens, you have your privacy tokens, and then you have your DeFi and your gaming tokens. If you're new to crypto, set your portfolio, get you 2 or 3 cryptos in each section and build your portfolio. Right now, cryptos are high. The same way with stocks. Stocks are high. So right now, this is not the best time to hodl. Remember I said, I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. But definitely, guys, this market is going to come down. You will have a time to come back and reinvest. For you traders, of course, it's always a great time to invest. But if you're a hodler, this is the time to get your strategy, learn about cryptos, wait for the market to come down, be patient, and then you invest. Now, we also have Ark Investments boost its actual Grayscale investment to 2.14 million shares in the fourth quarter. We also had BlockFi boosted its Grayscale position with 11.9 million shares, bringing the total to 1.7 billion. So guys, like I stated, Grayscale is getting big enough where it can manipulate the market back and forth. We see this, we know this, so we have to keep an eye on Grayscale. That's the reason why I go over it in a lot of my videos, and they're not set up there for no reason. Remember, the New World Order sets things up for a reason. We saw CME contracts end twice, and the market actually went up. But when we did research, we saw Grayscale actually manipulating it back up. So guys, all this is an illusion. Do not fall for the illusion. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, don't forget the links are in the description. Book links and crypto links. Also, the stock channel, guys. Do not forget about the stock channel. You have your Cobalt, your chip stocks, your gaming, your banking. While everybody's sitting at home, you got the at-home stocks, the C-word, the biotech stocks. They keep pumping and dumping while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks. And then also, guys, the stock channel, Cryptoteacher stock channel. Go like, subscribe. Y'all have a wonderful day.